Imagine if I knew how to use the internet. Can you imagine?
Imagine if you were the internet.
Oh,
Oh shit!
that's
They're
a
coming in
impressive
with some
intro.
fucking crazy vocals. Nice. Now we're expecting that to be sampled on the new album.
Oh yeah, actually, we've already put it on there. That's just us, practicing for the real deal.
Is it an entire album of that? Yeah.
You've done it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
So,
your practice.
I didn't even join as front man. He's just taking over all of the just disgusting noises.
Nice.
That's what he does for us.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Except I don't make them with my mouth.
You get flatulent, sir?
Oh, I don't want to have another conversation about Johnny's farts this week.
All right, cool.
Put it that way.
Yeah.
So, hello, gentlemen. Welcome.
Hey.
Thank you.
Hello.
Long time.
I like this thing going on. You've got the little mic.
We could only afford one microphone, so we're sharing today.
Yeah, we were gonna try and get an omnidirectional, but we had to stick with the.
I feel like holding the middle.
If you put it in the middle, it'd be fine.
This work?
Yeah, so fine.
Oh, okay, sick.
Dopeness.
Wow,
What?
Yeah. We're just like,
I'm kidding.
You fucking idiot.
how's that? Does that work?
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Sounds
Nice.
Little
fantastic.
protrusion there. That's
Little
good.
protrusion.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you get your own little sound thing going
Love
on.
a
We're just
little
like,
protrusion.
we might be seen, might be heard. Who knows?
Dudes, thanks for hanging out. Like I said, long time coming. We've tried to get you boys on for a while, albeit it wasn't when you were in the band. So here we go.
Well, here we go.
It's shock twist of the century.
That's it. I'm
Yeah.
back, baby.
I like a
back,
shock
baby.
twist.
Thanks
I'm
for
going to
having
kick
us.
off with that. How's the reception been from being back in?
Actually, surprisingly good. I think
Yeah.
we were a little bit worried, like what the change of a frontman might mean for the band, but we've kind of gone through it relatively unscathed.
Yeah, I think because Liam was already known to the fans,
Mm.
it was not that big of a transition. So
Yeah, it's not like a mystery person coming in.
yeah, we got very lucky
Mm.
with that.
You should have
Yeah.
made it a mystery thing, like made him wear like a bag or something for the first few shows. It would have been fun.
What kind of bag? Just like a
Does
backpack?
that too often at home.
Yeah, like a Vans bag. Just you're like a new Slipknot mask. He has to open the zipper every time we talk.
Oh, okay. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah. If you guys want any marketing ideas, hit me up. I'm
Good
free.
to know. Also, like if I'm ever sick for a show, like we can just easily sub people in, like if I
Yeah.
wear like a mask or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, do the sleep token effect. Anyone could be up there. Who
You know
knows?
what?
They're all covered up.
I wonder if Slipknot have ever done that. If
Oh,
there's like,
surely.
like you've got Slipknot, but then you've got like, the slip knots, like various
Yeah.
other knots that can.
Who are not
Yeah,
Slipknot.
like just like a random dude they found on tour that could like bang a rubbish can, like
It's got to be hard to find someone like that. When we watched them at Knotfest recently, I was like, their main skill is not banging the drum; it's being entertaining.
Okay.
They're not. Yeah, it's a skill.
That was one of the best sets I've seen in a long
they
time.
kind of do acrobatics and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hanging off like
mental.
underneath things. Yeah, they were easily the most entertaining people to watch.
I reckon it's got to be like the management's got to be like, righto, like the two trash can dudes and the guy with the spiky hat that presses a sample once every 3 songs. You guys got to do something because you're not getting an equal cut if you're just going fucking boom and then standing there just pulling out a magazine or something like that, which would actually be quite entertaining.
Yeah, they
We
do
do
it
a whole
upside
Australian
down.
story episode on it.
Yeah, less work, same money. Let's go.
So we want to talk to you about an exciting announcement that's just happened.
Just happened.
Just happened.
All right.
Yeah,
Just
it's
happened,
like,
right?
well, it just kind of shat out of nowhere. It
No.
happened.
Yeah, I like it. I
Sorry.
like it.
Don't encourage him.
All right.
You won't be welcome back. Half of this channel won't like it.
You will. Like, so an exciting announcement has just happened recently. Bit of a tour going on.
Yeah, just a cheeky 6-date run?
Is it 6?
Yeah, there's 3 dates over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry, 6 dates over 2
6
weeks.
days. Yeah.
Three each
That's
week.
Yeah.
great maths.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be cool. We're we haven't toured since we did the Northland run in November last year, so it's been a while, and we're like itching to get back
Yeah.
on stage. And the fact that it's a headliner is just even better because we get to put on exactly what we put on what we want to put on. Like we're
Yeah.
getting these lighting packages together, and we're like putting everything into it because
Yeah.
it's like our first headliner in a while, first major headliner with Liam.
Absolutely, yeah. Playing some songs that even like the OG boys haven't even played from Love Language. So
Yeah,
Cool.
we've
Wow.
packed out a set list that we're pretty proud of.
yeah,
and
it's a big long set,
yeah,
hour and hour?
No, it's about 45 minutes. About
It's 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But with the banter in between.
Yeah.
With the banter in between, it'll probably go to about an hour. But
And all the mouth noises and things as well.
Yeah.
all the dumb shit.
Yeah.
The
it's
mouth noise
basically just
solo.
going
I
to be
can't
this
wait for that.
interview live, really. We're just going to be back and forth, me and Indy, just going.
The guy from Slipknot with the spikes
comedy
and come up, press play, walk off. That's a callback joke.
Probably
right there.
cost. Yeah, I like that. It probably cost him 450,000 to get him.
Worth it.
Worth it. No, exciting stuff. So are you having fun putting that all together? You know, like is there pressure on it for you
some
guys
bands
to
find that very stressful putting together like the set list. How's that for you guys at the moment? Is this exciting because you haven't toured in a while?
I think there's always a certain level of pressure with just headline tours in general. I mean, you are the headlining act, and you've got to bring all these people, and you've got to make sure that you give them their money's worth. And I think there's always a certain pressure to be at your best when you're doing a headline run, even more so when you're supporting a bigger band, I think. So I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think there's like a duality in it because it's always stressful putting on a headliner. You got all this stuff to think about. You got to do all the logistics, touring. And
where supports, it's like it's kind of all sorted for you, and you just have to be at the place at the right time. And
but at the same time, there's like the mad payoff of like putting on the exact show you want to put on. You know, it's your show. Like you bringing in who you want to bring in. Like we get to bring in Caskets. It's going to be huge for them too because they haven't been to Australia yet.
Their first time,
So it's like way
thanks for that, by the way.
Yeah,
we're excited. For
that.
Thanks
for that. Yeah,
we're stoked. We're stoked. But I think it's way more exciting than it is stressful. Like you forget about the stress because you're just keen to do it. So.
Hell yeah! You also got like this has been announced with a little bit of time up your sleeves. I feel like some tours seem to be getting a shorter and shorter lead time at the moment. I feel like you've got enough time there to sort of ease your way into it and have it all planned. It's not as though it's like a last minute, oh fuck this, in 3 weeks we can fit a spot in, let's do it.
Do you think that's due to like people having that like whiplash of like COVID and like things getting cancelled and pushed back and stuff like that? Whereas if there's a short lead time, people feel confident that it's going to go ahead.
I think people are now confident that like the WHO today announced that like the pandemic is now over. It's as of like 7 hours ago. I'm very up on the news.
Let's go.
Well, they said COVID's not over, but as a pandemic, as like an emergency crisis, it's over now. And I think that's a really cool thing for particularly this scene because it does, I guess, put a bit more confidence that bigger tours can go ahead without the logistical nightmare that has been COVID.
Like any industry, like it requires confidence. So so it's good.
That is definitely good news.
Yeah.
I think that it's like even with like whether it's a short turnaround for a gig or a long turnaround, it's cool because people like we've noticed it so much, and I'm sure you boys have seen it as well, especially being like, you know, openers on a lot of these like support slots you're getting. Rooms are packed out so much earlier than they ever were before.
Yeah,
like, people are getting to a venue early and they're like, let's get in there and watch every band and actually enjoy the whole night because we didn't get to see any music for so fucking long.
Yeah, it's so true. We've been going to shows in Melbourne. Like I went to the In Arts Wake show the other night and it was like packed for Diamond Construct who opened straight away. So
I mean, even when we did Enter Shikari last year, like we were the opening band for that. And by the time that we got on stage, and that was with like kind of our, you know, sound checks and everything getting pushed back and doors getting pushed back, there was even shorter amount of time for people to get in there, and we still managed to have like fairly full rooms.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So we got really lucky there.
Yeah, that's definitely a positive.
How was that tour for you guys? Because they're obviously a pretty iconic band, pretty iconic sound. They have like, you know, like that really sort of rabid fan base that loves what they love and don't necessarily, you know, probably dabble into too much other stuff. Maybe they do, but
I think that's a generalization. I'm a fucking huge Shikari fan. I love everything.
You're just a very positive guy.
I love lots of stuff.
You do. But you were received well and enjoyed it and had fun?
I think it was a perfect tour for a band like us because we kind of dabble in a lot of different sounds.
For sure.
Shikari was so inspiring to watch.
Totally.
Their fans are like next level. It's like one of the most energetic crowds I've seen in a long time.
Even energetic performances from Shikari as well.
Yeah. It's crazy good. I think we learned a lot on that tour.
Yeah, definitely.
And we took a lot from it into like what we want to do with our sets and how we want our shows to be received. So it was so good for us. Like there at the time because we got so many new fans from it. We had heaps of people messaging us after.
That's awesome.
Kind of threw me in the deep end as well.
Yeah.
Like with just like
perfect for Liam.
the sizes of shows.
His first show headlining us is the fucking Forum.
And like the
no
day
pressure,
of,
but
yeah, not only that, but the single came out that day as well. So it was just this uncertainty of like, I don't know how people are going to receive me. But and even like I've fronted bands before, but not in this particular style, not in this kind of capacity. So it was like kind of like figuring out how I fit into that and what I can bring to that with my personality.
Yeah.
And that took a few shows, I must admit. Like that Forum show, like as fondly as I look back on it, I'm like, I can see the growth from that show to the end of the North Lane run. It was just like, it gave me no choice but to just fall.
That's a cool way to do it.
Yeah, because that's like, that's the other thing as well. Like with the single being released then, you know, obviously you're a very competent vocalist, but Will obviously has a very distinct voice as well. Obviously super powerful singer. But people wouldn't have had a chance to sort of be able to even, I guess, you know, if they weren't OG fans, they wouldn't have been able, and even if they were, been able to sort of envision what you would have been like doing those tracks without hearing you on anything that Windy's done since the early stuff. It
was a lot of work in preparation for that. Because I didn't really do much screaming, you know, prior to rejoining, you know. I had like sort of one scream sound, and I had to sort of learn from scratch how Will approaches it. I had like a lot of cool people around me that are in the metal scene that a vocalist that gave me a lot of pointers and kind of fast tracked that process. It was pretty crazy. We tried our best to kind of prime people before the tour with like sort of like TikTok content and kind of just, and that was also the objective with Left in the Dark in a way, is just kind of ticking off the things of being like, it's okay, you're going to be in safe hands with this vocalist. Like, we can do the high notes, we can do the screams, we can do, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it was a lot of work going into that tour, and there's even more work going into this headline tour with some of these songs too. So
you touched on, said that you haven't played, like the rest of the band haven't played all of this stuff of Love Language. Is there any, pressure's not the word I want there, but I can't think of it, to make it your own as it's new art? Or are you just like, kind of, because you haven't played it before, you can just kind of go and do what you want to do as a band?
In what way do you mean? Like,
well, like, do you have anything with you, like, to differentiate yourself because you're playing like what someone else was part of writing?
Gotcha. So like, do I as a vocalist kind of approach it in my own way? I think certainly there's an aspect of that, but also I feel like at least for these like first, you know, runs of shows, I want to sort of showcase that I can also do what he did as well.
Yeah, cool.
So there's like, I think it's a little bit of both. But
you're different people as well. You're different people, different voices, and different personalities. So I think that you're going to give the songs a splash of your identity anyway, and they're going to naturally sort of change in that way. And, you know, like people, like you said, I've seen zero backlash. So, or, you know, any negativity or anything. So that's a really positive thing, especially because the internet can be a very loud place.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, I even had people mistake me for Will on the North Lane tour. Yeah. Someone came up to me.
How dare you?
Someone was like, "I like what you've done with your hair." Like, you think
it would have been great. It would have been great if someone like took a selfie with you and tagged him.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
It just reminds me of that post of like someone that took a photo with Will Smith and tagged Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway. That's wild, because it's not as though like no offense, but you guys are the top of the like A list. To get up, Will Smith's one of the biggest stars in the world. How do you get that
How
wrong?
do you fuck that up?
No. Exactly. Yeah, also, Tyler, the Creator, does not look like Will Smith at all.
Yeah, well, that's the next level.
You don't look anything like Will.
I don't look like Will either. We just got pale skin.
If it helps, Johnny and I get confused all the time. As in, like, we don't get confused. People confuse us all the time. Yeah, I know who I am.
I was going to say, do you just confuse each other? Or?
I'm Johnny. I'm a dickhead. I do that a lot, actually.
No, I think it's what someone said, because it confuses them because of like
where we sit.
It's like the breakdown with Nath and Johnny, but when you're looking at it, it's Johnny and Nath, like when you're looking face on.
Yeah.
So people get confused. It's like, we can sit on either sides of each other. We just choose not to.
Yeah.
If we were sharing a bed, would we sleep on this side?
No, I'd be on that side.
Really?
Well, I'm always closest to the door. What are you guys? How are you? I'm like always closest to the door where I sleep.
Yeah, I think that's me. I mean, I also don't get a choice with my relationship.
Okay.
But it usually turns out to be the one closest to the door. So
okay. I make that decision in the relationship. It's like this is my attempt to try to be slightly alpha. Or like if someone breaks in, I'm there to protect.
Oh, I thought it was so you could just run out the door quick.
Yeah, that's what I mean by alpha.
Yeah.
Running.
She's in there.
Yeah. Also signature.
I just spread out. I'm like,
you
roll over one side.
You're like, this empty bed.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be like that too, honestly.
No, I'm a side hugger. I hug the side of the bed. Yeah.
Do you?
Yep.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
I'm that on tour. On tour, I'm completely different. Wherever we're sleeping, because usually, like, sometimes we have to share beds, sometimes we get our own beds. But on tour, I'm this like, I will not move. I'll just be in like one spot, and that's it, and I won't move. It's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you brought that up because this is something that I want to know, and this is the sort of stuff that people really want to know. Who would be out of the whole band the most annoying person to sleep next to for each of you?
Chris Lalick.
I was going to say Chris.
I reckon Chris.
I like unanimous answer. Why?
Chris, because he's the loudest snorer.
And also there was one time many years ago in which he rolled over and he thought in his dreams that I was his girlfriend at the time and we were spooning.
Yeah.
And I pushed him off.
Yeah,
twice.
he thought.
I
was dreaming.
I pushed him off once and then he came back about 5-10 minutes later and I said, I'm not your fucking girlfriend. And I pushed him away. Now we just got him.
What happens on tour stays on tour, boys.
Yeah.
I just keep them in a separate room. Him and McGee share a room, and I take a separate room.
Yeah, we're both the snorers. So yeah.
I used to be a snore denier for a long time, and now I've just accepted that I do snore a little bit. I think we all do.
I feel like it comes with age. I only snore when I'm sick. If I'm sick, I snore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm a quiet little baby and stay in the. I also sleep in the one spot. I'm pretty
I do that. I sleep in one spot, which is why I was able to be Little Spoon in that situation with Chris before.
You need to start.
You know what you should have done? You should just turn the tables and just rolled towards him.
Oh yeah.
So when he opened his eyes, you're just there real close.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
I've been watching you.
Yeah.
All right. So obviously, tour's a little moment away.
Mm-hmm.
Are you allowed to tell us if there's anything else coming in the sense of new flavors before the tour?
Yeah. We're dropping a new single.
I don't think that's been announced, but I don't care. Yeah, we can tell you.
Well, that's why I said, are you allowed to tell us?
Casting for the music video, so
that's
like
true. Yeah, it's not a secret.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So there will be a single ahead of the tour.
Yeah,
and
I just stopped myself. Then I was like, yeah, we're putting out a single.
Alex,
management sitting there just going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the phone just blows up.
Yeah,
the
just
phone
what do you want to do?
No, we got a single.
No, we got a single.
It's cool. I'm really excited about.
Do you need Johnny in the film clip? You put a casting out. Is it for pretty girls?
If you come to Melbourne,
yeah.
I mean,
what if you got like some like nice like club clothes?
Yeah.
All
like, have you got like a Matrix outfit?
Oh, I could get one of those for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like a heavy set Neo.
Yeah, that'd fit.
I'd be like, Neo that took a few months off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find a spot for you.
Yeah, we're shooting in like.
You guys are in Sydney, yeah?
Yeah. We're Central Coast, but so it's just north of Sydney.
Seni.
Yeah.
Seni, you're
nice
right.
and sunny on the Seni.
Hey, have you guys just a real relevant to the period? Is it freaking cold down there at the moment?
It's freaking cold. I mean, I love the shit, but like, even I'm saying this
came out of nowhere.
Yeah, we've had a cold snap here. Shit.
But we got a heat wave coming. Friday is going to be 23 degrees. Woo!
That's a Melbourne heat wave.
Yeah. The Melbourne heat wave, bro.
And it lasts for 32 minutes.
Yeah, and
then it's downfall.
Right? There's been a thing for the last like 3 weeks where the week has been kind of sunny and then the weekend's just pissing down rain. It's been really annoying.
Yeah, that's the way it works.
Me and Jesse, the guitarist in the band, we play golf. And we can't play golf when it's raining. Oh, we do. We started playing now because it's raining like every week.
Was that a COVID hobby that picked up? Or were you already playing?
Sort of, yeah. Jesse'd been playing for a while, and then I just started joining him, and now we're obsessed. So
Do you like probably play a handicapped?
yeah,
What are you off?
You can't ask them that, dude.
I can.
I'm about
He plays with one leg.
14.
Oh, damn.
Jesse would be like a 12, I reckon.
Yeah, you guys play.
Yeah, we
they
play like every week.
Like literally when we're on tour, these guys will get up early and will find golf clubs nearby and have a quick 9.
Yeah.
Do you take your clubs on tour?
We're gonna start doing it, yeah. We've been looking into like
Damn.
Enki cases and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I've already checked out the dates, and I don't think you guys have any spaces around us because I've been talking to Matt trying to find some off time from Caskets to catch up and do something with him. But if you manage to get here early, we should take him to one of the local courses here, like a beachside course.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you guys play?
I play sometimes.
I
used
play
to play a lot.
anytime there's a function, and I basically spend the whole time just drinking beers and driving the
Yeah.
buggy like
All
an
right,
idiot.
you and me are gonna be good friends that
We'll
day.
share a buggy.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, the local course is just up the road from me is honestly like a 10 out of 10. It's just on the ocean. It's a stunning course.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy to play, to be honest. There's not that much, like you can't lose that many balls, which is perfect for me.
You can't hit it onto the road or something.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Let's
You
do
just
it.
have to be real bad. I've done it.
You can hit it into the ocean.
You have to do that on purpose.
Yeah,
Oh,
You
you're
guys watch
real shit.
Seinfeld?
of course.
Yeah, you're pulling out the golf club from
Yeah.
the whale. Yeah.
Marine biologist. Hey,
We'll do that. We'll George
favorite comedy show of all time. Let's go. What is it?
Give us top 3.
Well, give us top 3. Yeah.
Seinfeld, Atlanta,
Oh,
and
You're so niche, Liam.
Workaholics.
He's so niche. He has all the like really interesting answers.
I have never heard of Atlanta.
that's Donald Glover.
You know Donald Glover, Charles Gambino.
Yeah.
So
Never
it's
seen it.
4-season show. It's if
Okay.
you want to watch it, it's on SBS on demand. It's on Disney, I think, as well. It's
Okay.
really good. It's really weird. It's kind of like if Twin Peaks was a comedy.
Oh,
And he wrote and produced and stuff.
cool. That sounds good.
And yeah, Workaholics would be the third.
Nice.
Mine would be Office US, South Park.
Oh fuck! I forgot about South Park. Shit.
We're obsessed with South
I need to
Park.
change my answer now.
Office, South Park, and probably I like animated ones. I like Rick and Morty and stuff.
Oh, Rick and Morty's good. I like YOLO Crystal Fantasy as well.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're adding South Park, which you getting rid of?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do Sign like that. I'm gonna have to do Seinfeld like that. I'm gonna have to get Ben Shim.
Wow.
Okay.
in there.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia was in no one's.
I do love
Yeah.
that show too, but not as much as I love those other ones.
Yeah, I never got into it.
Is that your
Wow.
like number 1?
I think
Was
it is now. I think it is.
kind of the modern Seinfeld. in a
Yeah,
way.
that's what I say. It's like a modern
Yeah.
Seinfeld for adults.
Yeah,
Because
I'd
it's
agree with that.
so much further. And the characters are kind of, I guess they're kind of similar in their own ways, like the same
Just
sort of,
infinitely more degenerate.
so much more degenerate. Yeah. See, my thing with the animated ones is like you go onto Netflix now and you go into like, adult comedy series, and there's literally like 40 different animated ones now.
So many.
And I just
Most
don't
of
know
them are
where to start.
absolute Shit too.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Because
what? Which one do you think?
no,
We're gonna
name and
we're gonna
shame.
name
Name and
shame.
shame.
Name
Yeah,
and shame.
yeah.
Netflix is watching, so just be careful here.
No,
They're our
Netflix
biggest
don't give a
supporters.
fuck, man.
I don't know. I can't even think of them because there's so many. But like sometimes I'll just check them out because I like the animated ones, and I'll put on an episode. I'll be like, Like there was this one about this like they work in like the Pentagon or something. I can't remember the name of the show.
Oh,
It just came out like last year or something.
is it the one that's like, it's like all about the conspiracy
Yeah, it's all about
theories
the
below?
conspiracy things, yeah.
I started watching it. It was okay. And then I
Yeah.
got over it real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
think
Big
the-
Mouth for like 2 seasons, and then I kind of
Same. I like watched the first season of Big Mouth and then I lost.
Is that Nick Kroll?
That's
Yeah, yeah.
John Mulaney.
Yeah. And I think Jason Mantzoukas as well is in
That's
it.
it. Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah, he's good. I really like F is for Family because I love Bill
F's-
Burr.
I was gonna
Bill-
name, yeah.
Oh,
His
yeah.
Family is really good.
Yeah, it's
I love
fantastic.
that show.
I don't watch animated shows, so I'm just like in the dark for most of this.
Just living in the real world, fam.
Well, do you know my favorite show of all time is also animated? Avatar:
What is
The
it?
Last Airbender.
Oh, true.
Oh.
True. That's your favorite show of
My
all time.
favorite show of all
God
time.
damn.
Yeah.
I gotta check this show
See, look
out.
at us. Like we're bringing you guys closer together.
We are.
Good.
We
We're
bond
gonna have a
over
little binge
movies
season.
more. Than
Yeah,
TV.
we've won more over movies.
All right, hit us with your movies then.
Oh shit!
top. Give us
That's way too hard,
Yeah,
bro.
that's a whole
your favorite comedy,
Okay. Favorite comedy.
action, and drama.
movies.
Yes. Not
And
words.
horror for me, because I'm a horror guy.
Fuck
Oh, and horror.
Oh, horror. Okay.
We just
Horror is
watched-
an easy one.
Have you seen Barbarian?
Yes.
How good is it?
It's fucked up.
It's so good. We watched it. Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
No, I
I
haven't
watched it
yet.
with the other boys the other night because we were writing. We always do horror movies when we're writing. And I showed them Barbarian, and it was just like, it's so good to watch in a group.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
I watched Cocaine Bear recently,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't
Oh,
say that's
I wanna
my
see
favorite
that.
horror. It's pretty fun.
It's so stupid, but
It's
it's so
dumb as
funny. It's so worth
Yeah,
it.
cool. The
It's
cast
good.
is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't want to see it.
It was great. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. Favorite comedy?
One of my favorite dramas is The King on Netflix. It's like, it's, have you seen it? It's
Yeah.
so good. I love that movie. I could quote the crap out of that movie. I love like period dramas.
Okay.
Comedy.
I'm deep in thought now. I feel like I'm gonna make a bad show because I'm thinking about this too much.
We did this a while
that's-
ago, and then we said it, and then after like 20 minutes later, we're like, oh, Ace
what
Ventura.
about Ace
Oh,
Ventura?
there's
Oh,
this.
Ace
Yeah.
Ventura?
Ace
Yeah.
Ventura is really
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, that's.
Happy Gilmore.
I had a moment. With
Happy
Ace
Gilmore,
Happy
Step
Gilmore.
Brothers, Super Troopers,
Austin
Like-
Powers.
Austin
Yeah.
Powers. is
Yeah.
great.
I got a soft spot for Superbad.
Yeah.
Johnny loves Superbad.
Yeah,
Oh man.
No, you love Super Troopers.
and Superbad. Super Troopers more, but
Yeah.
Superbad was great as well.
This is ridiculous. I can't think of anything.
Like
You know when you think-
Anchorman.
Oh,
Zoolander.
Anchorman's good.
Mean Girls. Mean
Yeah.
Girls is great.
Mean Girls is bad.
Okay, I've got a question, but I won't even make it answer.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
guys
right, thank you.
watch, how do you feel about romantic comedies?
Yeah, I love romantic.
One of my
comedies.
all-time favorite movies. Oh, it's not a romantic comedy. I was going to say Mean Girls. It's not a romantic comedy.
No.
One of my all-time favorites, though.
I
That
had
is
like
great.
a massive like 500 Days of Summer phase, like when I was
Oh, that's
a
a
teenager.
great one.
Yeah.
Dickhead over here doesn't like romantic comedies.
I didn't
at
say I
all.
don't like them.
Doesn't
You gotta-
watch
you
them.
gotta
I just
find
don't
the
watch
right
them.
ones.
There's a right
You
sort
gotta
of-
find
Well,
the
no,
right
here's the
one.
thing. Like I've seen the ones that have Ryan Reynolds in them because I'm a big Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds fan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
How
it's
to
just
Lose
not
How to
my
Lose a Guy in
go-to.
10 Days.
That's a good one.
Have you guys seen Crazy Stupid Love?
Yes, Crazy
Yeah,
Stupid Love's like,
So
that's
fucking good.
bordering on just drama, though. That is such a good movie.
But also, yeah, that's what's good about it because it has
Yeah.
like a lot of different stuff to it. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
I was saying this in a recent video to Johnny, and then I got hella pissed that he hasn't seen it, and he won't
Yeah.
watch it.
You
'cause
gotta
No, I
watch
will
it.
because
You
he said
gotta-
it's got Steve
Ryan
Carell, so I'll watch
Gosling
it.
takes his top off. in
There's
it.
one.
It's
There's
good
one
enough.
romantic comedy that I really like, and I'm really blanking on the title, but it's got like Mark Ruffalo in it and Kevin Smith.
Oh, I know that
Like,
too, and that's good
yeah,
on me.
it's like something to do with like it. They were like had a house sort of on the lake, and it's not the lake house of Sandra Bullock, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's not bad either. But shit.
Oh, comedy, Tropic Thunder.
Oh, bro, Tropic Thunder, yes.
Come on.
That's a deep cut as well. That's a weird.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a cultish one.
Yeah, that would get canned.
Yeah, well, no, they tried. They
Yeah,
tried
they tried to
to.
Yeah.
cancel.
They tried to
Robert
cancel it.
Downey Jr.
Yes.
Can't cancel that movie. It's
Tropic
yeah.
Thunder has my favorite Tom Cruise performance
Oh,
ever.
by far.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
It's,
It's-
unreal.
The best Tom
Yeah.
Cruise performance I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is great in that.
Um,
Yeah.
Speaking of Tom Cruise, the new Top Gun movie was so good. Did you guys?
I didn't
watch
see it.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
You got to watch it. It's just like it's
Did it
like
make you want to do beach volleyball with your shirt off?
yeah, no, it just made me want to be in a jet. It
Oh,
was
wait,
like-
Top Gun. Yeah, I have seen that. Duh, I'm an idiot.
I don't know.
How
Yeah,
good-
the new
it
one was
so
great.
good.
It was
so
great.
good.
Did it make you want to?
I think I said this before. I used to have an obsession when I was younger with fighter jets.
I think so.
Okay.
Tom
Oh,
Cruise.
I had an obsession with Tom Cruise. Pictures all over the walls. No, I had an obsession with fighter jets. Like I thought they were the coolest thing ever. Like I wanted to be an Air Force pilot.
Why
and
did
then
it change?
because people told me how smart you've got to be. And they're like, oh, apparently you don't get to fly one until you're about 30. I'm like, well, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when you're like,
And now that's 20 years ago, and you could have done it.
when you're 10 years old, it's like 30's a long way away.
Mm.
Boy, how wrong I was.
Comes by like that, man.
Did you get
Yeah.
into the first Top Gun film?
Yeah, the first Top Gun, and I really enjoyed like the Iron Eagle films. I don't know if you've ever seen
Oh,
them
yeah.
from back in the
Yeah,
day.
Johnny's
They were
old
cool.
as fuck. You got to
Mm.
remember that.
Yeah.
The controversial opinion. I watched the first Top Gun before I went and saw the second Top Gun, and I don't reckon it's a very good movie.
The first one.
Yeah.
I only
It's
watched-
not. It's
watched-
It's like
cheesy
not
as
a
hell.
good movie.
I
Yeah.
watched the first one like for the first time ever, only like last year, like in preparation for the new one.
Yeah.
And I must say, it is the most American movie I've ever
Oh,
seen.
Yeah. Yeah, fully.
And I don't think there is a dry person in that movie. I think everyone is shining. with sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
incredible.
swear they must have cleared out the entire catalog of 80 aviator sunglasses as well.
Oh yeah, Ray-Ban sponsored that shit for sure.
Yeah.
Worth it though. Maybe want to buy Ray-Bans. They look good. Grow a moustache and wear Ray-Bans.
Yeah, for
That's a good
sure.
look.
You've already got the moustache, bro.
Didn't before I saw the movie. No, I had a moustache before. I think that was just, I think I was born with this, I'm pretty sure.
All right, so no, go on. You go first.
I was just gonna say it's a glorious mustache. That's
Oh,
all I was
thank
gonna
you.
say.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you and
Appreciate
Connor
that.
should talk. Connor, our synth player. He's
He's a moustache man?
Yeah, he's had it for a long time.
Yeah.
I think mine's gonna go soon.
Oh.
Ooh.
don't
Well,
tell me.
here's my thought. I'm doing a long run next weekend that I've been like training for like 6 months. And I think after that, I'm going to go and do a bulking phase in the gym. I'm going to put on size. And I figured while I do the bulk, I'm just not going to shave. I might grow a beard for the whole period.
Oh yeah.
Just like at beginning. And then when I'm like ready to cut, then I'll cut the beard and it can be like the new phase.
I thought you were gonna say you were training for a run. You were gonna get rid of the mustache for aerodynamics.
No, this thing is aerodynamic. It's fast.
It makes you fast.
Nathan, you don't need a bulk, man. We follow you on Instagram. You're done. Like the gym is finished for
Yeah.
you. You're good.
Stop.
the gym.
Just
You've
stop.
done it.
You're 100% of that.
You're
bro.
100% of the gym. You're good.
I've lost gains while doing this training for this run. My legs have shrunk. I've got to capture them back. One of us has. I'm trying to make up for his lack of muscle. So
Yeah. I have my muscle in other places.
your brain.
My heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't give him that.
that's much more wholesome than where our brains were.
Yeah, he's got a muscly dick.
I thought you were high trying to high five me.
No,
You just flicking me on the back.
not
All right, guys. So,
Nothing.
serious question though. You've had the pleasure of touring with some pretty damn good bands.
We have.
Yeah.
Dream artists to tour with. Give us 3. Let's try and manifest it for you. Because we did it for North Lane and Void of Vision. They said they wanted to tour with Slipknot and Alpha Wolf, and then
Oh,
bang,
yeah.
I thought they were
did
going to
it.
say they wanted to tour with Windwaker, and I thought, yeah, you did manifest that shit. We did. No,
Some people want to tour with us.
some people want to tour with us. I mean, I guess like an obvious one would probably be like the Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, Bring
sort
Me
of
for
thing.
sure.
That'd be cool.
That's
And see you guys fitting on a bill there really well too.
Mm.
Yeah. That's why I feel like that's kind of like the obvious one, but I don't know.
I know that Jesse and me and Connor would all say Limp Bizkit.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
great.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
that would be sick.
That'd be cool. I get on the stage with Durst.
Oh,
That'd be alright.
so good.
Yeah, spit some bars.
Yeah.
I don't know, because all the ones that I like want to do is like so out of our genre, and I don't think we'd actually.
No, but that's great.
Yeah, do
That's
it.
still great. I want to hear.
I would love to play a show with Idols because they're one of my favorite bands.
Okay.
Or at least even just be on a festival lineup with some of these people. You know what I mean?
Still counts.
Like Frank Oceans and all the people that are in like that would play in Coachella and stuff like that.
Or not play Coachella.
Or not play
'cause they
Coachella.
pull out.
Actually, all right, Knock Loose. We'll do.
Oh yeah.
Knock Loose would be
Knock
sick.
Loose would be so sick.
That'd be cool.
Cool. The
We're
footage of them at
also-
Coachella was epic.
Yeah.
We're also like really into that like it's like pop emo electronic era on TikTok, like the Maggie Lindemann, Ashniko, Charlie
yeah.
XCX.
Yeah.
That kind of genre. Connor loves them so
Yeah, he
much.
does
So
love
he
that
would
shit.
say probably some of those artists.
I mean, Bad Omens probably be a good one as
Oh,
well.
Bad Omens,
Bad
yeah,
Omens
that's a
would
good
fit
one.
on a bill with, I think,
Yeah.
pretty well.
Yeah. Imagine like Bring Me Bad Omens us.
Yeah, that'd be
insane.
goated, as the kids
Yeah.
would say.
You'd have to retire after that one, surely.
Yeah.
Actually, you're wearing the. I'd love to play with Loathe.
Oh yeah.
Love
like,
to
Yeah,
play with
fantastic band. Yeah.
You could
and
do a,
Sleep
you could do a
Token
British one. Loathe and Sleep Token.
and Don Brocco.
And Don Brocco.
And
Did
then
you
He
guys
went-
go to the show the other night?
He went.
I didn't go.
You didn't
Gladly.
go. Jesse
I had tickets to go, and then I didn't go. But I went.
You
to
made a
go see-
rookie error.
You guys fucked up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I saw Sleep Token like on the Sunday before that, so and that was
That was
pretty-
good too.
That was a good show.
I reckon Don Broco crowd was one of the most engaged and like you said about Shikari's fans,
Yeah.
they were rabid.
Yeah.
Like they just had them eating out of the palm of their hands.
Yeah.
And the crowd was so loud. but like in like a cool, respectful way. Like they knew the songs and they did like the call and response part where it worked, and everyone was just vibing. It was such a good time, and
sick.
those dudes just do not stop on stage.
Rob called me
energy.
today and said that I was like, "How was Brisbane?" And he said that Si put his back out in Sydney, so he's like, it was pretty rough.
Doing the kicks.
Yeah,
Oh,
man, I've never seen such high kicks before.
You never see me perform, son.
Yeah.
That's a challenge.
Shit.
If you can do high kicks like this, hot damn, baby girl, you're gonna need to wear some short shorts.
I'm kissing my knees, brother.
Yeah, Liam's got the long legs for it too.
Great.
Well, now we know what to expect.
I had to switch to kicks because I put my back out too. Like headbanging and like especially when I was like playing guitar. Like I did an injury to my back where I put a vertebrae out and it pinched a nerve in my lower back and it like fucked my entire shoulder and neck up.
Really?
It got so bad that one morning I actually like couldn't get out of bed. It was like I couldn't.
That's so rough. How'd you fix it?
I went to the physio. They put
Smart,
it all
man.
back into place, and I didn't headbang again.
Dude, like literally name one person in a band that has their back.
Literally everyone's fucked back.
Everyone's back is
because we're all dickheads, like lifting up like heavy shit too.
Yeah,
like
and also like sleeping in vans and in bad positions
sleeping in ship positions, lifting heavy.
I got to sit in a van for 12 hours while I get to the other side of the country.
Yeah, we're all like this because we're in a 12-seater, and now that our crew's bigger, because we've got to take all the techs and everything too.
How tall
we're all
are
just
you?
like this.
How tall are you two?
I'm probably about 5'11", 5'10".
5'11".
5'10".
I'm 5'8".
Okay.
I didn't think you're that much taller than me.
Yeah, I'm taller than you.
I know you're taller than me, but I didn't think you're 5'11". That's almost 6 foot.
I'm probably only an inch or two off 6 foot.
What have you started, Liam?
Well, all I was gonna say is I got to do this shit as a 6'2" man, and my knees are at my ears, and it sucks.
Yeah,
so.
That's why you can do such high kicks.
That's why I can do. I'm just constantly
getting back into position.
Yeah, bro.
We can't wait to graduate to like those massive tour bands.
Oh yeah,
shit.
Northlane showed us, man.
Yeah, Northlane had one of them on there, right? It was,
I enjoyed the content around the North Lane tour as well. That was very funny.
Yeah.
It was very well done. You guys do put some effort into like your social media stuff as well, and like the funny stuff and all that sort of shit. Is that something that like comes naturally to you guys? Like you just feel like it's fun to do, or do you feel like it's something that's necessary?
I think it's always been something naturally that came to us. I mean, back when Will was in the band, he was a massive meme artist. And then all of us were just memeing constantly as a young band, and then that kind of became our presence online.
Yeah.
And I think it's something that we've built into.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily something that's like natural for us, like as we get older, but it's something that we have to obviously still consider. And like, I mean, it's also just a good like excuse to just have a bit of fun as well. Like,
that's a good way to look at it though, because you hear some bands that like, oh yeah, like I don't like the social stuff, or don't like posting, or they're like, I do it because we have to. But if you're doing it because it's fun and you can actually enjoy it, I feel like that's going to come across with more integrity too.
We're very lucky to be with what that presence has been built and evolved into.
Oh yeah, it's such a.
Otherwise, it probably would be that sort of thing. I think we probably wouldn't want to do it as much if we were sort of like a real serious kind of fronted band and we're all super artistic.
I love it. I love just like sometimes at night I'll just be in bed like early and I just can't fall asleep, so I'll just put a status on Facebook, something really dumb, and it'll get like way more reacts than like any of our serious posts.
I know. It's actually we talk about it like in our band chat, like Indy will throw that like a text-based thing up like that. It does tenfold better than like, I don't know, a tour announcement.
Organic reach too.
No
like,
boost.
We're boosting posts where we have to and stuff like that. And then I'll just go like 11 p.m. I'll just be like, I think the one I did recently was like, well, I forgot to post a status. Now I've let the team down. Heart reacted. People also left the team down. And then just like,
people relate to that shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people have let the team down.
Yeah, a lot of people have let the team down. That's what
it was Johnny was 90% of the likes.
Yeah.
He's on there like, I reply.
I get it. I get
many
it.
alt accounts, brother. I know you got the time for that.
Yeah, it's good fun. Like I love memeing online. I just think like the internet's not a serious place, really. So
no, people got to remember that.
Yeah. What's the golden rule? As soon as you've written more than one sentence in an argument on the internet, you've lost.
That's a great call.
That's the golden rule.
Johnny
Because-
loves a Facebook argument.
Dude, I don't even use
you look at
Facebook anymore.
Any Facebook
I
argument.
haven't used
the person
Facebook
that's
for about
lost
3 years.
Is the long reply, because then someone can just be like, "Nah, fuck you."
Yeah, the nah,
They've
that's the
lost.
best response to it.
Yeah, nah, like yeah.
Yeah.
We said that. What did the comment the other day? Someone wrote a really long comment to the new Bring Me track.
Oh,
We posted. I looked at this because like we did the track when it came out, and it's doing really well. And there's so much people commenting.
yeah.
And there's people on there that clearly don't know our channel, don't know us, but they're just there to talk about the thing and hate on it. And I'm like, oh, it takes everything in me not to get on this. Be like, nah.
Yeah.
Did you do it or did someone?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I did do it.
I think you might have. The other one I saw was like I told you at against the current show that Trophy Eyes supported.
I saw this.
Did you see that? It was so great.
Yeah.
Like this person wrote this huge long-winded thing about like your fans were like so
Most entitled
disrespectful.
shit
Blah,
I've
blah,
ever
blah, blah.
heard in my life.
Yeah, it was so long, and then Trophy Eyes saw it and just responded, "Fuck off."
Oh,
Yeah,
you told me about
yeah,
this.
Such a power move.
It was
Yeah.
Such a power move.
See, you just as soon as
We
you've
ca-
written more than one sentence, you've
We
lost.
kind of do the same thing a little bit too with some comments. Like there'll
Yeah.
be some like vaguely negative ones, and we'll just usually reply just like
Lol.
cry about it, you
Yeah.
know, like.
Cry about it's a good one.
And it's usually just like we are just like we're just messing around. But
Yeah,
like,
my favorite is just maybe you should try crying about it.
anything that's vaguely negative, just like maybe
Perhaps cry about it.
Yeah.
No, Nathan's 100% right though. I was that guy back in the day who did argue with people over dumb shit on Facebook, and a lot of the time it was music
Or on the
and stuff
channel when
like-
we first started.
Yeah, a long time ago. So now, if someone writes something like that, like something, they call themselves a reaction channel, but they don't even react to it. Blah 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 blah. I'll just be right, like I'll because I do most of the commenting back to that stuff now. I'll just be like, thank you so much, like, oh my god, I love you, like,
Yeah.
and they're just like, wait, did he get it?
Did you read
Try-
my fucking
Try
400
to
words,
cry about
bro?
it. Try to cry about it next time. The next one.
Don't try that. I know. He gets the veto from me. I'm not letting him do that. As someone whose job is on the internet, I've had to learn through many years of the correct internet decorum.
Fair.
Because I think there's a flip side to that, and this is, I guess, more of like the actual serious side of the internet. When like there's social commentary or stuff going on.
Yeah.
To start with, I used to be like the Black Lives Matter thing when that was a big thing. I mean, that's not a thing yet, but when that was first happening, I was very because I was very supportive of that and very vocal with it.
Yeah.
And then people I had people like, nah, all lives matter. And to start with, I just wanted to be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, I have a platform to actually try and educate a little bit. So I took time to sort of be like, this is why I think this. And I'd say 70% of the time it didn't work.
Yeah.
People are dickheads.
People
but
will never change their mind when they think that they're right about
I
it.
disagree. I think there are people on there, if you take the time, and it can't happen when you get thousands and thousands of comments, but sometimes I think it's worth actually being like, this is why I believe in that. And without retaliating, being like, this is why you're wrong, but it's being like, this is where I stand.
Yeah.
It allowed, I did see people come back being like, that's a cool perspective, or like, listen to that.
It's education rather than like combative.
That other than an argument,
it's encouraging critical thinking, which is
No,
not.
you're definitely right. I've seen a lot of examples of that online. Definitely, I think with us, like, we don't really get. I don't think we're like. I mean, Nathan, we don't have 800,000 followers, man. Like, or it's more now. What is it?
Is it more than that? Maybe
I don't know, but I think if we did have comments like that, I think we would put in more effort. But
definitely,
it's more about
it's
the trollers.
Yeah, the ones that like,
Yeah.
there's no substance to their comment and there's no basis to their comment. It's just like, it's either hate or just negativity. It's just like, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
It also can go two ways in that sense too. Like you can either reply to it and feed into it,
or just leave it.
Or you leave it, and you only reward the people that actually like give you positive and constructive.
Yeah, because that's what my next point was going to be. I think
don't
like
encourage negativity.
Yeah. No, but that's the other thing. It's like if I'm going to respond to someone, unless they're being genuinely degrading or disrespectful towards an artist, then I'll say something. I'll give a serious response like, "That's a pretty fucking shitty thing to say. You need to have a look at yourself."
Oh, yeah.
But I think it's important not to sort of lose your identity, because a lot of the time, like the people that are there to follow you, like the people that are here to follow us, for the most part, they know that we just like to have a laugh and have fun, and it's, you know, a silly time.
Yeah.
So I think if you lose your identity in a response to someone, you know, and go too serious, it might come across negatively to the people that actually matter. You know what I mean? So you got to sort of, yeah, for sure.
It's like, you know, showing a different face, like to what you've been presenting.
Your brand, yeah.
If 90% of the time you're presenting this, and then 10% like that, and it's something completely different, that's gonna be jarring for somebody who is used to a certain type of response, I guess.
It's really interesting though. I like this. This has actually made me think and reflect a lot, even just like the 2 points that you both have brought up. It's really interesting because I think like, because we're still like relatively young in our growth online, as we grow, there'll be new challenges to come up against that I hadn't even thought about until you brought that up, Nathan. So that's really interesting.
I also think from an art standpoint, like people can have an opinion. That's a shit thing. I was saying this with my job. I started as a fashion blogger, went into fitness, and now I just kind of do whatever I want because I've been doing it long enough to not really care. But when I was doing fashion, people can say to you, you look shit. And they can be right. That's their opinion. And that was a really hard thing to wrap my head around because you can't argue that. Whereas then I stepped into fitness. No one could tell me I'm not fit because I mean, fucking look at me. Like I clearly know what I'm doing there.
Yeah.
But fashion, someone come up and be like, that outfit looks shit.
Bro.
Yeah. That's my goal. Yeah. I love cheese.
So do I. Why do you think we're friends? No, but like, yeah, you're 100% right.
People can have an opinion on something like that. And with art, it's the same thing. What you guys do. Someone could say, I don't like your music. And you can't be like, no, here's why you should like it. Because that's their taste. And that's fine. But if they're a fuckwit about it, that's when you'd be like, yeah, at least I'm not a dick on the internet.
There's a difference between saying that something's not for you and that something's objectively bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a big difference.
I think it's really hard with art though as well, because, you know, like you put so much into what you do, you put your time, your money, your emotion, you know, friendships at stake, all this sort of stuff, like relationships. For someone to just hear a 3-minute track that you release and then get on there and the extent of their critique is that's fucking shit. Like it does get your back up. You kind of want to go like, what the fuck are you have no fucking idea what just went into this. Like, totally. Where's your music? You know, but
I think that's such a good point of like, I had this conversation, I think with Chris or Connor, where I was looking at like a lot bigger bands than us and thinking about their first album and how like usually the first album not many people care about. And then I was like, we've only released one album.
Yeah.
And then you think about like where you're going to go as you grow and you release more music and how much work goes into that. And then it's how quickly someone can just be like, that's shit. And I'm sure it's the same with like, it's like being online and putting fashion, how much work goes into like the outfits and the videos that you produce. Like there must be so much work there that can just be discarded.
Well, it's like
I reckon I get more worked up for artists though than I do for myself. Like someone doesn't like my outfit, I'm like, whatever, I like it. But I get more pissed when I'm seeing someone being like, the new Bring Me track, as I said, that's something that's like the comment section is 50-50.
Yeah.
Some people love it, some people hate it. But the people who hate it, it's like, Bring Me haven't been good since Sempiternal. And I'm like, I want to fucking argue about that.
Stupid prick.
See, that's an interesting thing too, because we live in an age now where divisiveness is kind of works in a lot of artists' favor.
Yeah, 100%.
It works in a lot of people's favor because they find like-minded people.
It drives comments up, and the people get more views.
Exactly.
It's a weird space.
So it's weird because, I want people to have their opinion because they're entitled to it. Yeah. And I think like it's our job as artists not to get too caught up into it, because it's like that, it's like a comment section. You can just reply, nah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's the equivalent of going, no, this is shit.
Yeah.
You can't argue with it. They just don't like it. But it's our job as artists not to get too caught up in it, because if you do, you get jaded and then you forget why you're actually making it, which is for your own love and passion of artistic expression. At least that is for me. So I have to kind of distance myself away from like what people are, like other people think.
Yeah, 100%.
And just kind of be secure in like backing what you are doing, and knowing that you do know best because you're the artist. Otherwise, they would be, where you are.
But also the first person to know, that the most critical person of any art is the artist themselves.
Absolutely.
Like if they don't think that you haven't sat there like listening to the next track you're going to release for hours and hours and hours going, is it good enough? Is it good enough? Like, could it be better? Like, what should I do? And number one, you want it to be the best it can be for yourself, but you also know you're aiming for a career in something that you love. And out there is the people that are going to make that happen.
Absolutely.
The weird one for me is when people look like in our comments section, you get the random ones. They're obviously not our regular followers, and they'd be like,
"That Johnny's so hot."
Yeah, idiots. They haven't even seen me without my pants on, and that's the best part. But they'll say something. Yeah, exactly. But they'll be like, terrible reaction. And I'm like, terrible reaction? Like, could you imagine just going into someone's living room and they're watching a TV show and walking up to the couch and going, terrible reaction?
You're doing it wrong.
But yeah, no, I think that's fine. They can say terrible reaction because we're putting our thing out for them to comment on. We're offering them. We're not bringing them into our living room. We're putting it into their space.
I know they're allowed to say it, but it's just a weird concept.
Yeah, I stand by that. I'm a shit reactor. I think if it was just me, I don't think that'd be very entertaining. They can agree that I'm not very reactive. I think that's okay.
But it doesn't make it a shit reaction if that's how you honestly react to something.
Yeah, but it does make it a shit reaction compared to someone out there who, like, you versus me in our own. You're going to watch an argument here, boys. You versus me in our own things. You're entertaining to watch because you do the dumb sound effects and you have a genuine visceral reaction to things. I'm very much like sit and watch and like nod my head along into the beat and sometimes pause to go, that was sick. But if you're not there, I'm not pausing. I'm just sitting watching the thing and nodding. That's boring. No one wants to watch that. They watch.
It's the dynamic together that makes it quality. Like
you
have your own thing going on that comes together in a really nice duality. And I think I remember
duality. That's a Slipknot throwback.
Yeah,
well done.
But we watched your reactions to our songs last year when they came out, like the singles and the music videos, and they were probably some of the most entertaining ones that we watched. Like we were really excited about them.
Thanks.
So
thank you.
If you want that as feedback, because like we love your channel.
Yeah, that means a lot. Thank you.
But yeah, it's true. Like, what was I going to say? I had like this point before, and I can't think of it now.
Yeah, we kind of got enamored by the whole argument that was happening in front of us.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
it reminded me of home.
It reminds it of us and what we do. But I was going to say you had a point about how meticulous you can get about your art, and I was just thinking while you were talking how we're doing that right now, like because we're writing at the moment.
Yeah, we're writing
the album. Time off, we're writing our next album, and the amount of attention to detail that we go into on our songs is just ridiculous. You know, to the point of like we'll listen to a track and we'll be like, oh, that little section there that goes for 2 seconds, we should put a little like in there.
The next single, I think I've had about 3 passes at this, like, of vocals in the song. Like there was the demo stage, the pre-production stage, and then the final stage.
And no one's gonna know that.
Yeah,
They're not gonna care.
Well, you know what? I think they do. I think people do care that. I think that's. Here's me as a social media guy giving that advice. Share that stuff. Talk about that. Give them that behind the scenes stuff. It counts so much. I think that's so interesting. We're heading into an age now, and that's where you guys have done a really good thing by doing the fun, memey culture stuff around
personality. That's what
it shows personality and it shows authenticity. If you go, this took me fucking 12 times to get this chorus done. Yeah. People are going to want to listen to that. Be like, oh, remember when they said that this bit here, and that, you can hear how that came through. Like, I feel like it brings the audience in closer to the art and then makes them connect with it rather than just getting the polished product at the end. Because you guys have a really clean, polished production sound.
Shout out, Chris.
Shout out, Chris Lally.
Yeah, it really brings them into the art a bit more. And I think that's a really cool thing. So hopefully people listening to this will then be like, oh, remember that time they said it took 3 turns to get to the vocals?
Yeah, because people just don't
document it as much as we can. Like we take videos.
We definitely should do it more. We're going to do it more as we get a little bit deeper into the album.
Yeah, cool.
Like we've got quite a lot of material already, but I feel like we're not even despite having an album's worth of material now, we're still going to make probably another album's worth and then cull it down into the best.
Yeah, cool.
The best, you know.
It's hard to remind yourself to be capturing all that stuff as well, though. You know what I mean?
Because you're in the moment and you're just creating it. You don't want to think of anything else. Like sometimes I will get messages from my partner and I'll be like deep into writing, and I'm just like, I can't reply to that right now. I need to be like,
I
need to be living kind of a little bit.
That's why it's good that we have Connor in the band, because he's 22.
Yeah.
And
he's like us when we were 22.
Yeah, he's got like way more energy than us, and he thinks of all the social media stuff before us. So we'll be in the middle of something and he'll just run off and come back and just put a GoPro up.
Cool. Yeah, that is good to have.
Yeah.
And we don't even remember that it's there because he's just snuck it in. And then later on we watch it back and we're like, that's funny. Yeah. We should lucky we recorded that.
Lucky we recorded that. Yeah.
No, that's actually I just realized, I just remembered that Trent did that yesterday, because I was tracking vocals for my band's new song yesterday. And I was like, I forgot he did that. And I've just been reminded when you said that, because I was in my head all day. I've been sick for 4 weeks, hadn't been able to practice a song at all. I had this horrible cough that just would not fuck off. So haven't tracked any vocals for anything in like 2 years. And then first time back, I also stupidly went to the Don Broco show the night before.
You fucked up.
Way too many beers. Well, not beers, but seltzers, but still drunk way too much. Had 4 hours sleep. I was sitting on the couch at the studio, like while the guitarist was doing his parts, almost asleep. And I just was in there just so in my head and fucking hated it. I didn't know what was going on around me. And I was just thinking the whole time, this is going to sound shit. This is going to sound shit. This is going to sound shit. And you just get so stuck in your head and you forget what's going on around you.
That was what I was going to say as well about your point with like the artist being like the worst critic. Like, it doesn't matter how mean or personal or disgusting a comment could be. I've probably said something tenfold worse to myself.
So true.
So yeah,
100%. It's true. It's true.
You do get into that. I think like for you in the future, definitely go into it with more positive vibes, because I think you'll come out with a you'll feel good
or
about
less
it.
drunk.
Or less drunk. Don't go to Don Broco beforehand, bro.
No, go. Just don't drink all the free beer. You know what I mean? I think that
Johnny's in the vocal booth. He's gonna be thinking of Liam.
Liam
said positivity.
When's he not thinking about Liam in the vocal booth?
That is true. But the thing is, like with you'd know as well, being a vocalist, and it's so, because it's one of those things that you can't, if your voice decides to go, we're not doing this today, sorry, then you're fucked.
It happened on tour twice.
Shit.
But
that's the scariest time for it to happen when
it happened during
we both lost, because I did the backup vocals as well, and we both lost our voice at around the same time. Yours was way worse than mine, but I just remember both of us. So we didn't have any backups at all, and we were both just like, "Oh my god,
shit!"
It was like a weird spot in my voice where like I could sing low, and then I could sing really high, like clean notes, and I could kind of scream, but then there was like sort of the belty range that's sort of in the middle, where most of, say, the beautiful chorus is nothing. It just wouldn't come out. But I could go a bit higher and it would be okay, and I could go a bit lower.
Guys, tune up.
We're
going high.
Yeah, we're going higher. But yeah, that was
just doing the beautiful chorus any higher.
Trying to do that pre-chorus any higher. I think I'll pop a nut.
That's the tagline.
It does. It sucks when you've got to like, reschedule a date for vocals and push things back, because your body is your instrument, and it is something that you have to be. You have to be careful with. You have to take care of it. And it's a cliche, and it's kind of corny, because we make such tough, cool music, but it's also a consideration. Some of the
stuff that we learn on tour as well, watching the big pro bands work.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't in the band when we toured at I Prevail, but what's I Prevail singer name again? Brian. Cut that out. We learned about Brian's vocal, like he goes on vocal rest whenever he's on a plane. He has a vocal coach that he's always in contact with on tour. He won't talk for very specific points in the day when the air pressure, like very specific stuff about his voice. But he has to be like that because they're touring like 9-10
so
months.
much.
And that's the sort of stuff you learn when you tour with big bands.
I'd also never done a run where we'd play 9 shows day after day, back to back, like that.
How long had it been since you had done any like live stuff or touring before you did those runs? Because that must have been hard. Because I know like my band recently played our first shows a few months ago, and I had to do 2 nights in a row. After that, I was fucked. I was just no, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I sing in another band, and
okay.
we were touring earlier in the year then, and so I'm kind of used to like maybe 2 or 3 shows back to back. I mean, a lot of Australian touring is like 4 dates over 7 weekends, so it's like so it can be pretty easy, but that one was just brutal because it was like one tour that went into a club show that went straight into another tour. So we just had
fully.
9 dates in a
So
row.
it was 24 shows in 30 days.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So,
Whoa.
Yeah, that's rough.
so nothing will maybe the US will probably beat that.
Yeah.
Because it's a different kind of circuit there, but
That's
nothing will be harder than that.
Geez, we were polished by the end of
it.
Tightest band ever.
Yeah, trial by fire. You kind of have to be, right?
Had to be, man. Had to be.
Well, man, we're so excited to finally get a chance to come and watch you guys. I haven't seen you.
I've seen you twice. I saw you.
Man.
Yeah, I saw you with North Lane. I saw you with I Prevail and Motionless.
True. Nice.
Yeah.
I had COVID for one. I was out of the country the other. And then the last time when you guys had to cancel like 4 Sydney shows in a row, just when COVID hit.
Beautiful tour.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So it just hasn't worked out, but we'll make it happen this time, damn it.
Happen.
Yeah, we'll hook something fun up as well. We'll do some fun content.
Yeah.
You boys versus Caskets in something, or
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Nathan's physical challenge.
Oh, that'd be sick, actually.
Nathan's boot camp.
I'd do
Maybe
that.
I don't know about before a set though. Like,
Hey, you know what?
Keen
He
to
says
try.
that. Craig from Stray came and did like a full proper workout with me the day he hit Sydney before their show with the Sydney show.
but he's a super fit dude too.
Yeah, Craig's like a
Jacked.
buff.
He is.
Yeah.
But still, he came and did it.
I'd probably let you kill me during
Yeah, I
the
reckon
day.
I could do it. I reckon I could do it.
I don't know if I could do it, but I reckon I'd let you kill me.
I could definitely scale it down for you guys.
All right,
sure.
that
Bit.
it's
If
that's
we're gonna do it, we're
I'm
getting the
fairly
whole
fit, but-
experience.
Yeah.
yeah, it's you guys versus Caskets
Yeah.
in a fitness challenge for
Fuck,
sure.
That'd be sick. Yeah.
I've been gymming pretty hard lately. I reckon I'm up for the
I
challenge.
need
You
to
got a
go.
few
You guys
months
playing
to prep.
Newcastle?
Hey,
You guys playing Newcastle?
It's the last
Yeah.
date on the
Yeah.
tour. So
last day.
Oh hell yeah! On the way to Newcastle. We're in my gym right now. The studio's just above the gym.
Oh,
We
sweet.
can do it in my gym.
Yeah,
dope. Let's do
I'm
it.
down.
'Cause
Hells
we only come
yeah!
from Sydney the night before. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Even if it doesn't happen, I'm moving to Sydney soon, so
Hey,
it'll just be me. I'll just
You're welcome
come down.
anytime. Anytime. Boys, thank you for taking the time to hang out. We're so excited to have you guys touring and for new music. It's all coming up Millhouse.
Yeah, it is. We're excited. Thanks for having us. Absolute pleasure. Anytime, lads.
no worries, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks heaps.
All right, we'll see you guys
Have a
soon.
good night.
Peace.
Peace.